Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Ro. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a very simple actor that you can create using Ascent Combat Framework on, for example, that your character can just interact with without having to look for some sort of blueprint that is made from ACF. So in this case, I'll make something like a door. And what I'm going to do is go over to my content. I'll right click, create a blueprint class, and you're just going to pick a regular actor. And we're going to make it so your Ascent Combat Framework actor can interact with this. And I'll call this something like BP underscore door. I'll double click into it. And what you're going to do is under class. So now that this is opened, you'll go to your class settings, and under implemented interface, you can just add that ACF interactable interface. And now you'll see it pop up under interface, and a bunch of these will pop up. So I'll hit compile and save. And when I double click on event on interacted by pawn, it'll show up here in my event graph. And now you can really just do anything with this using your interact button. And in this case, by default key is E to interact. So I'll just go ahead and add let's say a static mesh of a door. And I'll just include a door in the viewport. This looks good. And now what I'm going to want it to do is this will go into a timeline. And in this timeline, I'm going to create a float track. I'll actually do something like 2 seconds. I want the door to open a little quick. And I will just shift left click, set this to 0, 0. And then I'll shift left click again after I find another value. So what I'm going to do is just play around with this. And I want this value to be something like 100 degrees. I want it to open not perfectly 90 degrees, but a little more outward so my character can fit through. So I'll do something like 110. So in the timeline, I'll shift click again and do time will be 2 to 110. And when I click F on the keyboard, I'll be able to see both points. I'll hit compile. And now I'll update it to just set the relative rotation of the door. And I'll split this struct spin so my X, Y, Z are separated. And I'll just connect this new track to the Z because we're rotating on the Z axis. And I'll just compile and save. And what you're going to notice is that actually, if you try this out right now and try to interact with this, it's not going to work. And that's because by default, this is not interactable just yet. What you're going to want to do is go back to your BP door, and there's a can be interacted. You just need to set this true. And the reason why this is false is because, for example, if I needed a key to set this door, I could go into ACF, drag out my pawn or something, or kind of check if my character has a key to open this door or some sort of rule set that you need in order to interact with that object. But as long as this is checked, then you're going to want to go click on the static mesh itself. And then you're going to want to go under collision and set this to custom in this case. And then for the object type, I'm going to do pawn. And this is so that my pawn can actually interact with. So now when I hit save, compile and save, and now I click E on it, it's going to open exactly how I want it to. And that's a pretty simple short tutorial using ACF's interaction system. You don't need a specific ACF blueprint class. You can just do this off the regular actor using the implementable interface called ACF Interactable Interface. Thanks for watching Code with Ro. Like, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.